Just when I thought the UFC was over, it might be back. Breaking news today: Ilia Topuria has just said he just tweeted, "The camp has begun." So it looks like we might get Islam Makhachev versus Ilia Topuria versus International Fight Week to replace Hamzat versus DDP. And I just gotta say right off the bat, UFC kind of cooked here. They finally did it. They finally giving us one of the fights that we wanted this year. Islam versus Topuria, the biggest fight of the year, in my opinion, more bigger than Tom versus John. So, yeah, if this fight does happen, I am beyond excited. Now they just have to announce it. It's either Topuria versus Islam, or it's going to be Topuria versus Oliveira for a vacant title. Because Ilia Topuria's the guy that said Ilia Topuria was on Joe Rogan, the reporter that announced it before anyone else, just reported saying that Ilia Topuria is going to fight International Fight Week for a belt. Like, I think he means a lightweight belt, but the opponent, it could be Islam, it could be Charles. It's one of the two, but whoever it is, it's going to be a banger fight. I hope it's Islam though. So it's either Ilia versus Islam. I use 317. Or it's probably Ilia versus Charles for the vacant title, and that just means that Islam moved up, or Islam just got an injury. But probably Islam moved up. So yeah, I think it's going to be Ilia Islam, and yeah, I'm excited for this fight. I'm excited for this fight 100%. I can't wait for it. I think, early prediction, I don't know, man. I think Ilia could knock him out. I think Ilia can knock Islam out. Oh man, it's a close fight. Islam, I would, if I were to predict right now, I'd say Ilia by round 2 or 3, knockout. But Islam is the number one pound for pound. It could go either way, but thank you UFC. If this is actually for UFC 317, I'm very hyped. But yeah, thank you UFC for finally stepping up and doing your fucking job. And this fight should have been already, the contract should have already been signed by now, but it's great. It's great that it's probably going to happen. I can't wait. No matter who Ilya's fighting. If like, I'm just excited to see Ilia again, to be honest. So yeah, thank you UFC for finally making this fight. He deserves the title shot way more than anyone else. It should be Islam versus Ilia or Arman. And if it's not Arman, then Ilia's perfect because they deserve it more than Charles or Justin and Patty. So yeah, amazing news here. Amazing news. In other news, frickin' John Jones versus Tom Aspinall might not be happening. It might be Cyril Gane. This is what let's take a look at what Chael Sonnen had to say. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Let's hear that one more time. Let's say that one more time. Ilia Topuria, sorry, Tom Aspinall versus Cyril Gane for the interim championship? For the interim championship? If this is actually what's going to happen, we will not be watching the UFC. We will not be watching it. Tom Aspinall deserves the undisputed title more than anyone and anything. Like, it should be undeniable that he should fight for undisputed title. He had to defend his interim championship. Who else had to do that? Who else had to do that? No one had to do that. Usually the interim championship fights the champion, but in this case, John Jones fought Stipe Miocic. Sure, he got the win. Shouldn't have happened. But now that now that John's finished fighting Stipe, it has to be John versus Tom now. Why? What are these talks about Cyril Gane versus Tom Aspinall for the interim championship? He's already defended his belt once, which is unprecedented because no one has to defend the interim championship belt. The interim championship fights the damn champion. I'm so sick of this shit. I'm actually getting pissed off. John Jones versus Tom Aspinall is the fight to make. Make it at fucking November in Madison Square Garden for all I care. As long as this fight happens, I want to see it. It's probably going to be in Madison Square Garden if it happens too, because John Jones only wants to fight once a year, because he wants to. I think he wants to try to catch Tom Aspinall off guard, and thinking that he could do better off of a big layoff than Tom does off of a big layoff. But Tom has been in the gym. He's been training still, so I don't know. We'll see. And this is just wasting Tom Aspinall's career. What is this? John Jones is doing anything but fight Tom Aspinall. The UFC, Dana White promised there should be Tom Aspinall versus John Jones. He promised this fight was going to happen. He said this fight is 100% happening. Listen, what's the question? Listen, kid. Best we could do is Tom Aspinall, Cyril Gane for the interim championship. Like, what the fuck is this? What's the question? Best we can do is prelims on the Apex, kid. John Jones versus Tom Aspinall is the fight to make. I don't know what else should be going on here. They're doing anything to protect John's legacy. The guy that's a Roy cheat, the guy that is addicted to cocaine, the guy that beats his wife, the guy that got in a hit and run. Okay. This dude does nothing for the UFC's legacy. This dude does nothing for the UFC. All he does is just duck people, not fight. He's a horrible person. He does nothing for the UFC. Like, I don't know why they're trying to protect him so much. So stupid. Let's listen to this one more time. The UFC. I thought the I thought the UFC was back. I thought the UFC was back. But if this is the fight that they're making, we will not be watching it. We will not be watching this fight. This is what you do. You do John Jones, Tom Aspinall, preferably in like August, because last time we fought was in November. If I was in charge of the UFC, the layoff for a champion should be at most 6 months. And that's if they got like a lot of damage in the last fight. John Jones barely took any damage against old man Stipe. So John Jones should have fought Tom Aspinall by now. John Jones should have 100% fought Tom Aspinall by now. Maybe not 100%, but he should at least fight Tom Aspinall by June. That's not going to happen. It's gonna be Ilia versus someone, hopefully. So then July? No, probably not going to happen. Okay, what about August? No. John wants to fight in New York. He wants to fight in his home state for his retirement fight. That's in November. We're going to wait till fucking Madison Square Garden November? Well, actually, Tom Aspinall, John Jones is not going to fight Tom, and Tom Aspinall is going to fight Cyril Gane for the... What are we doing here? We're wasting Tom's career, and he has the potential to be the greatest heavyweight ever. He's fucking cleared out the division already, and John Jones is holding up his career because he's a ducking bitch. It's so stupid. Sure, the Cyril Gane and Tom Aspinall fight's going to be good after Tom Aspinall beats John Jones. I'm so sick of this shit. Oh, but just because he's the GOAT, he could do whatever he wants? Is he the GOAT? Are we counting Roy Cheats as the GOAT? Is Barry Bonds the GOAT of baseball? Like, what is this? I would do John Jones versus Tom Aspinall in August at the latest. It's a perfect fight to make. John said he's not retiring. Okay, if you're not retiring, then defend the belt. Defend or vacate, motherfucker. It's so stupid. Anyways, Ilia, Islam, good news. We're finally getting good news. By the way, we're finally getting good news out of the UFC. We will knock out Islam Makhachev. We are all knocking out Islam Makhachev. And if Ilia Topuria wins this fight, he beat Volk by knockout, Holloway by knockout, and then Islam by who knows? However he beats Islam, that's gonna go down as the three greatest back-to-back-to-back wins of all time. I hear people saying, "Oh, but it's not as good as Charles Oliveira, Volkanovski, and Dustin Poirier." Well, that's a good three fights. Sure, that's a good three fights. But Volkanovski, Islam barely beat Volkanovski by decision. Topuria knocked him out in the second round. Sure, sure. Oh, but Volk, he's coming off a quick layoff after getting knocked out by Islam Makhachev. Sure, okay, I get that. I get that, sure. But Volk looks better than ever right now against Diogo Lopez. So if anything, that's helping Topuria's case. And by the way, Dustin Poirier is a 36-year-old. We knew he wasn't. Let's be honest. We knew he wasn't going to win that fight. We knew Islam was going to win that fight. We knew that for a fact. Poirier would have not have won that fight. So Volk is a better win. Poirier's win against Volk is better than Islam's win against Volk. Holloway is, I could say, Holloway has a bigger legacy than Oliveira. No, sorry, Holloway has a better legacy than Poirier. Sure, Poirier beat Holloway twice, but the the first Holloway loss was okay. Yeah, that was a good win, but the second one was on short notice, and he had like 2 weeks to move up to lightweight. He looked big in that fight, and they're probably gonna run this back. So I think Holloway could beat him this time. I don't know. Poirier never loses twice in a row, but and then if Ilia beats Islam, this is like the Islam is like a top five fighter of all time. So that 100% goes down as the best back to back win of all time. Um, I'm just waiting for the UFC to announce this fight. I don't know when it's going to be announced. Hopefully, sometime this week. I can't wait for this fight. It's going to be an amazing fight. Early prediction: Ilia by KO third round. That's my prediction. I don't know. Ilia could submit Islam with the Darce choke in front of Khabib. I could see that happening. I could see that happening. I mean, he's backed up everything he said. He said he was going to knock out Volk within 2 rounds. He did that. He said he was going to be the first person to knock out Max Holloway. He did that too. So I'm not going to call him crazy for saying that he could submit Islam Makhachev with a Darce choke in front of Khabib. Is that going to happen? Probably not. But who says it can't happen? I don't know. I'm glad that the UFC finally did their job in booking Ilia Topuria. Um, we know it's going to be for a title, and whether that be UFC 317 or not, I don't know. It could be after UFC 317, but amazing fight. Tom Aspinall should fight John Jones. There should be no discussion about this. And Chael Sonnen. Can we even trust anything that comes out of Chael Sonnen's mouth, by the way? Can we trust anything that comes out of Chael? Literally yesterday, Chael Sonnen was saying, I promise you guys, this Tom Aspinall versus John Jones is booked. They already have it all the way down to the date, you guys. And now he's saying, well, Tom Aspinall is going to fight Cyril Gane for the interim belt, you guys. This Tom Aspinall kid's pretty good. What? So we're just not going to trust Chael Sonnen anymore. Hello, John. Stop talking to me. Yeah, so anyways, I don't know what else to say. That's pretty much it. Great fight. UFC finally did their job. Stupid fucking news I have to break right here with Cyril Gane versus Tom Aspinall. Hopefully it doesn't happen. Hopefully by the end of the year we get the three fights that I'm most anticipated for. That being Islam versus Ilia, John versus Tom, and Hamza versus DDP. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. That's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. See you later.